In the summer of 2019, I got a call from Amber Heard's lawyer. He said Amber wants to do an investigation on her ex-husband, Johnny Depp. And of course, I already knew what it was. It's like, fine, get the dirt. It's always get the dirt on somebody.
Following the shocking verdict in the Amber Heard-Johnny Depp trial, the Aquaman actress, former private investigator Paul Barresi, weighed in on the ex-lover's relationship, claiming that Heard used Depp to advance in Hollywood, among other things. So who is this private investigator? What did he reveal? Watch the video to find out. Amber in some ways was an opportunist on par with everyone else. The 74-year-old Hollywood fixer told the Daily Mail after Depp, 58, was awarded more than $10 million in a defamation case, a decision that his ex plans to appeal. According to the Daily Mail, Heard, 36, originally hired the PI to dig up dirt on the Pirates of the Caribbean star ahead of their trial. When Amber hired me, she wanted proof that Johnny was a serial abuser of women, said Barresi, who another client had previously hired to investigate false claims that Tom Cruise had a gay affair. In an attempt to incriminate Depp, celebrity Sherlock Holmes interviewed over 100 of his former associates, some of whom had worked with him on films dating back 3 decades. Despite his meticulous investigation, the dirt digger was unable to find another woman who said Johnny abused them, and he was fired by the Rum Diary star Heard as a result. Nonetheless, Barresi became so engrossed in the case that he decided to investigate Depp on his own in an attempt to unearth some of the celebrity's potential skeletons. His subsequent Depp investigation, which included interviews with the Donnie Brasco actor's friends, discovered that so-called friends frequently exploited the A-lister. These celebrity lampreys persuaded the Jack Sparrow actor to pay for everything from rent to house payments, cars, and even legal fees. People who ingratiated themselves into Johnny's domain besieged him, Barresi claimed. Once there, they'd scratch his back with one hand while taking in the feed with the other. Everyone around him has been on the taking for so long, he added. One of the most egregious sponges, according to Barresi, was his ex-wife Heard, who obviously knew his power in Hollywood, and she seized upon that power in the hopes of furthering her career. According to the PI, another offender was Depp's childhood friend Isaac Baruch, who testified on the star's behalf during the case. He's the worst of all, Barresi said. He's lived his entire adult life on Johnny. At the end of the day, it's who you know and who's pulling for you in Hollywood, the Tinseltown detective added, because there are 2,000 people equally qualified to play every role in a movie. However, Barresi did not entirely blame Heard and other opportunists. He claimed that while Depp was a king in the realm of entertainment, his passive attitude made him an easy target for hucksters. In addition, the dramatist's tumultuous childhood saw him move from a small town in Kentucky to Hollywood and allegedly suffer abuse at the hands of his volatile and violent mother, Betty Sue Palmer Depp, who was also problematic. He grew up to be a sensitive, fragile man, according to Barresi. He lacked role models to champion him. As a result, the actor allegedly acted irresponsibly financially, spending more than $2 million per month to fund his lavish lifestyle, $100,000 of which was spent on drug addiction doctors, according to the Daily Mail, which eventually landed the actor in a financial predicament. As a result, the Golden Globe winner reportedly opened himself up to being duped by wolves dressed as friends. His ruin was partly his own fault, Barresi claimed, adding that he had interviewed so many people who said there are many people who took advantage of Johnny. According to the private investigator, the Nightmare on Elm Street star may have felt guilty because he made so much money and he feels like he has to take care of these people. According to Barresi, Depp was especially vulnerable to deception because of his drug habit, which distracted him from the issues going on beneath his nose. Barresi eventually blamed Depp's demise on the grifters, want-tobes, and freeloaders who surrounded him. They'd infiltrate Johnny's life, Barresi claimed. They'd milk him for whatever he was worth, not just materially or monetarily, but emotionally. That's what he's had to deal with for decades, he said. His shocking remarks come after Depp was awarded over $10 million in his defamation case on Wednesday. In Fairfax, Virginia, a jury found Heard guilty of defaming Depp, 58, in a 2018 Washington Post op-ed, in which she described herself as a victim of domestic abuse. The jury also determined that one of Depp's lawyers defamed Heard, but only awarded her $2 million in damages. However, experts believe it'll be some time before the actress is required to pay any money. No one will be writing any checks until the case is finally resolved, whether it's on appeal or motions for new trial, but there will be more litigation before we know who's getting paid what. A former California judge and current criminal defense attorney, Hallam Dadina, says. Meanwhile, Heard's lawyer Elaine Bredehoft confirmed she would appeal after the jury found her liable on all of Depp's claims against her, but only on one of her counterclaims. What do you think of the investor's claims? Let us know in the comments down below. As always, like and subscribe to keep in touch with all things pop culture.